I know it's been an issue in particular with the Planning and Zoning Commission in terms of feedback from people that a lot of people say that they feel unheard or that they don't have the opportunity to give their opinion in public comment, that it comes very late in the process and it hasn't been welcomed by the commission. How do you respond to that? And what do you think the planning and zoning might be able to do going forward in your next term?
It's difficult because I totally understand the frustration. And if I didn't have an extreme in-depth understanding of the regulations and the way our applications work, I would be upset too. But the reason that we have it set up the way that we do is that so the entire application is presented before public can comment. And I completely understand, it's very frustrating to watch as a member of the public to watch a application get split between 3, 4, 5 meetings and see all of this feedback that's going on. But I do think that it would also be unfair to the developers to keep interjecting with public comment if they're not even finished yet and we're still waiting on different pieces because you're kind of putting the cart before the horse there, where if you don't have the full picture in front of you, of course, you're not going to be able to respond or have the correct public comment in response. That said, I do think that we can work on making it more make it feel less one-sided because on the other side too, I'm sitting behind my town email and I'm getting these emails and it's like I can't respond to them because I'm not allowed to. It would muddy the application process. It would possibly be unfair, but it's sort of awkward because I completely understand it. It would feel so uncomfortable being one-sided and having these frustrations and trying to share them and have no one respond to them. I've tried to do my best to sit with residents obviously outside of the application process and sort of be a sounding board for them because I understand that a lot of these frustrations are not specifically directed to applications and more about the process themselves. And I think that we as a commission often forget that we are elected officials. People chose us because they want us to represent their voices. And if there's no way for us to sit down with them and have a coffee and even hear their general thoughts, then what are we doing? I know, unfortunately, there just isn't much room to change the legal part of it with the actual application. But I mean, we can consider other options too. I mean, I'm also willing to go back in person. I know that a lot of the other commissioners would agree that online is easier. I'm happy to sit in person if we have a hybrid meeting or even just talk to people because really what it comes down to is people want to be heard. Even if that's an informal conversation, people need that opportunity.